Hi, I'm Angharad Thompson Rees, author of the new dark and twisted retelling of Red Riding Hood, BItten. It's launching soon and I'm so excited I thought I would share a reading with you. Trigger warning, it is a dark and twisted retelling of Red Riding Hood. There is blood and violence, and if you're listening with anyone under 16, probably stick some headphones in. Alright, sit tight, here we go. Chapter 2. Sound travels differently upon snow. It's as if the entire world sleeps, while each step a crude yell, each breath a rasping heave. There is neither birdsong nor the rustling of leaves overhead, a deeper silence perhaps than silence itself. So when Grandma's scream bellows from the cottage in the distance, the sound races towards me like a raging storm. I charge along the path, despite fear weakening my bowels. But it's not only her scream pulling my heart downwards towards my pounding feet, but the snarling growls and the malicious yelps accompanying her cries for help. Somewhere in the back of my mind, the place locked deep within my subconscious, I've heard those sounds before. A memory too painful to hold, too cruel to remember. Mother's sacrifice to save me while I was a mere burn. I snap that memory back into its box as I race up the steps of the veranda. A strange moment to notice the blue paint flaking from the walls, exposing patches of tired, rotten oak. A stranger time still to notice the flower boxes empty and barren, save from the frost-touched soil as dark as death. Another step, and I burst through the door already ajar. It's the heat that first hits me, the raging warmth of the roaring fireplace hot against my cold, cold cheeks. And then the blood. "Grandma!" I scream, an awful primal sound raging from the deepest depths of my soul. Both she and the wolf pause for a microsecond, all eyes on mine. Grandma's scrunched up, pain-ridden eyes are filled with a deep fear. Blood smears the entire right side of her face. The wolf's amber eyes stare with bottomless hunger and rage. "Run, Red, run!" Grandma yells. Her wails jolt the beast back into its savage attack with a yelp of frustration. But I do not run. Cannot. I stand, stunned, silent as forgotten secrets, as the pair wrestle on the ground in a blur of white fur and fang. Grandma's grey hair is stained red as mine as she rolls and struggles through the puddles of blood on the threadbare carpet. And finally, my body springs into action and my thoughts disappear. Fur is warm beneath my clutches, hard, lean muscles beneath my palms, teeth snap, warm, musky breath with a metallic twang of Grandma's blood hits my face. I roar, grappling to pull the beast away. It growls in anger and mauls my arm. Fangs splitting skin, bone and sinew, and I howl, recoiling for but a moment before I launch at it again. This time, the beast charges at me, slamming me onto my back. It growls and yelps, and for a moment I am glad of its blood-stained fangs gnashing inches from my face, for it allows Grandma to save herself. But she doesn't move, no matter how much I will her to stand, to run, to live. The wolf grabs at my wounded arm as I protect my face with my hands, its teeth puncturing skin once more. The pain is exquisite, a sensation reminding me how fragile souls are trapped within our breakable bodies. And I see nothing but those glowing amber eyes. The twilight hour has crept through the windows and doors, and the crackling fire glows brighter in the descending darkness. Above me, the wolf's shadows looms high and large on the wall, flickering with the flames as I flicker from conscious thought to nothing but the sensation of fangs sinking into my flesh. Time passes. I lose myself in a black hole of nothing. No pain, no fear. The grandfather clock chimes, waking me with a start and rousing my consciousness. The pain and fear double now. The wolf is no longer above me. It grapples over Grandma's body once more. Blood covers the beast's white fur, and a furless black scar, akin to a question mark, follows the animal's spine. But the only question I can think of is, will Grandma survive this vicious attack? The clock chimes again, a deathly tick-tock, counting down the seconds of Grandma's life. Crimson stains my fingers, a warm, thick fluid chilling my heart as I scrambled on hands and knees. There is no time despite another chime. There is nothing I can do to save her. I am too late, too weak. You can never have her, Grandma moans, resilient, even as she stares death and the savage wolf in the face. A guttural howl explodes, dancing from the walls and the low ceiling of the cottage. Trapped, like Grandma under the wolf's fierce claws. Trapped, like me, paralysed in my body as I brace against the noise. I cannot escape. The curdling of Grandma's blood stuck in her ravaged throat as she dies. I clamber to my feet, rage propelling me to the small kitchen bench. A knife is in my hands before I have time to think, and I launch myself at the white beast speckled with red. The knife slices straight through its flesh and muscles as easily as puncturing an overripe fruit. It howls, a grotesque sound full of fury and anguish. The beast knocks me down, turns and lopes away, leaving me rasping on the floor, the knife still wedged in its side. I take one last look at Grandma's dead body and wish I hadn't. And then, with no more reasons left to stay, I pursue the wolf into the darkness. Whew, that was a pretty intense read, and I think you'll find the rest of the story is just as gripping. It races along at top speed. I really hope you enjoyed that reading, chapter 2. If you would like to read more samples, I do have, for a limited time, I have the first 4 chapters on my blog, which you will find in the link. It is up for pre-order right now at 99 cents. That isn't going to last for long, that price, I promise you. So if you're just hooked and you want to get into it, you can pre-order it. Again, the link's below, but whether you like to buy from Amazon, Apple, Google Play, Kobo, it's everywhere. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. And I'm really interested in finding out what you think of it. Let me know what you thought of the chapter, and I would love to know what you think if you read the book. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll tune in again soon. Bye.